Alright guys, back at it again for another video. This time we're doing another One Piece chapter live reaction. Before we actually get into this chapter though, I do want to go ahead and say that starting with this video going forward, I'm going to be trying to do some more editing stuff. So my brother Jason was kind enough and pretty quickly able to kind of come up with and help me figure out, and more or less just him figure out how to make intro and an outro video. And then I'll edit them into this and we'll just kind of see how it goes going forward with uploads. But without further ado, let's do that new intro and let's get into the video. Really cool. Or rather, on the cover page, it's really cool. I mean, it's cool to see Roger on color pages, too. It's always cool when we get to see Roger. Let me see. We have a note from Oda. The Nabrok Festival was a blast. The Draw Me girls were super shiny and sparkly, but the lights were just too much for this old man. Oda calling himself an old man. You love to see it. All right, into the actual chapter. At the end of the last chapter, Summers had just knocked the boat right off the edge or the cliff of Elbaf, and he was freaking out about it. So I'm assuming we're going to cut right back there. Let's see. Yes, that is exactly where we are. A blunder in the end game, says narration. This is bad. That damn dream demon. And it's not just the ship, says Summers. All those sea clouds got blown away with it. What a mess, and I can't stop the arrow's effects. The brats will fall and splat themselves against the mountain face. Well, Summers is cooked, guys. He absolutely messed up, and we know Imu does not like mistakes, so I'm guessing Imu is going to take care of Summers by the end of this arc. What is interesting, the vine that he was kind of controlling to like ride on, one of his own vines with the thorns on it, it actually has like a face, like a snake at the end, like it's a living sentient thing rather than just being a vine that he was controlling and moving forward. It's kind of weird. Honestly, it's a little weird. Continuing on, he yells, Gunko, you've got to stop the kids. We need to call the plan off for a bit. It's no use. Lord Eames in there right now, not her. We have to free them from this arrow. Summers looks down at the children, and that's when the giants are actually doing everything they can to free them from the arrow. They're attacking it, they're pulling on it, there's one old lady biting it. What is this made of? I'm not leaving a scratch. The kids, Daddy, Mommy, save me. That's useless, you fools, says Summers. If that were possible, I'd be doing it myself. And then he just thinks, Those pirates are trying to protect those parents, rather, are trying to protect their children. But the thorns won't let them touch the brats. But the way things are going, they'll soon be forced to watch the kids, Kareen, I think that's how we pronounce that, to their deaths. Oh my, what a juicy way to die, says Summers. This guy's a real creep. Guys, I'm not a fan of Summers. He's then continuing to think, hey, wait, this kind of works out. Since Gunko is being controlled, the Great One's technically responsible for this. We can always snatch more brats afterwards, he thinks after that, or says aloud after that. So he's thinking it'll be fine because they couldn't... He may have made the blunder that caused the plan to start falling apart, but the way he sees it, it could have been fixed had Imu not been in the body, or Eam not been in the body of Gunko. So it's like, oh, it's really the Great One, Eam's fault. It's not my fault. I like how he's trying to pass the blame here. He then continues, I can hear it now, the sweet sobbing screams of their dear parents as they plummet. This is gonna be so touching, and he's like, it's like for him, it's gonna be an ensemble, something truly wonderful. Summers is a complete clown, guys. I cannot fucking stand this guy. We then get, it seems Summers shouts to the children, attention brats and PTA members alike. Our initial plan to ship the Tykes off safely to the Holy Land has run into an unforeseen snafu. The ship and the Cloud Lair have been wiped away. So, to be blunt, you kids are about to fall to your deaths. It's almost comical, I know. You've come so far to find a morbid finish line ahead. And the kids are just like, there's nothing there. We're just going to march off the edge like this? We'll fall if we keep going. And that's when it's like, I think this one's Oimo. It's one of Oimo or Kashi runs out. If giving up my arms is the only surefire way to stop them, then so be it. Grandpa Oimo runs up and he tries to grab one of the children, and the thorns just start stabbing right through his hands instantly. Unfortunately, there really is no way to stop this, Summers continues. And then we actually cut over to Killingham, who says, what is that bastard Summers doing? We finally got all the brats to the harbor. Oimo saying, damn it, as he's being dragged by his hands that are stabbed by the thorns right now. It's hurting you. Let go, Grandpa Oimo. Please forgive me, he says as he pulls his hands off of them with them just, yeah, they're just absolutely ripped through. Holes all through his hands. It seems we really can't do anything while the arrow is around. There's no way to stop the kids. So we can't save them, says Ripley and the other giants. No way. You expect me to watch my own child plummet to death? If they fall into the realm of the dead, we won't even be able to recover their bodies. Those demons are screwing with us, and Summers is just up there laughing as all the kids are walking. The kids are getting really close to the edge. This is when something's going to have to happen. We actually cut to the kids talking. One of them says, I must have done something bad. This is divine punishment, isn't it? Another one goes, huh? The next kid, I was always told that too when I got in trouble. Me too. If only I was a good boy. You guys really think we're going to die because we're bad, says Colin. What? No way. I'll be a good kid from now on, I promise. Save me. Help. I'm sorry. All the kids are just shouting. It's really funny because some people really do see things that way in life. Summers is looking over them. He's loving this, dude. He's like pulling up his shades like, let me see what's happening down here. And then we cut to Colin. I won't do anything bad anymore, ever, as he remembers back to Ripley. The sun god pays attention to naughty kids, you know. But like I said, I won this in a duel, Colin says to Ripley as he brings back what looks like the Iron Giant as like a stuffed animal. Ripley says, the strong should look out for the weak. Now go and apologize, she says, pushing Colin off. Colin goes back. I'm assuming he's going to apologize. Let's see. Why haven't you cleaned your plate? Do you hate my cooking that much? And this is to one of the little girls. I don't remember what her name was. No, I just hate carrots, she says. The mom then responds, how many times have I told you not to take your father's sword? And this is another mother to another kid, because I guess this kid likes to steal his dad's sword. Another one of the kids, I hate you, Grandpa. You and your savage pirate crew stink. Another one of the little girls, why are you lying again, says her mom. I can't protect you if you lie to me, you know. And then another one of the kids, why did you bring my homework with you? I forgot it on purpose. I didn't do it. He's yelling back at his mom after she tried to bring him homework. Or his homework to him. So all the kids are essentially just remembering times where they were disrespectful to their parents. And they're all crying, why? I don't want to die, Mommy. And then my goat Ripley hops in front of Colin. And let's see. She yells, Colin. Jesus. Come here. And she embraces Colin and hugs him before he can go off the cliff. And, I mean, she's just getting stabbed all around by these things. Like, Ripley's getting torn up. She's, like, bleeding out of the mouth, the nose. Like, she's bleeding everywhere. He says, I'm sorry. And she says, I can't stop you from moving, but I can do this much at least. As his thorns just continue to push through her, Colin's crying, but if you don't let go, you'll die too, Mom. I'm okay with that, she says. It's better than letting you die alone. And the arrow begins as Ripley's pushed off with Colin in her arms. All the giant parents jump to the kids or their grandkids and go to grab them no matter what the cost. Yeah, it's Mama, Mommy, Grandpa, Mom, Ma. Summers is just laughing, tears in his eyes, thinks it's hilarious as they're all following. It's okay. We'll be fine. I just know it. We'll be saved, says one of the little girls. We'll be saved, right? Oh, that's Ronja. And then one of them grabs Ronja. You did great back there. Papa, she says. Bint, Mommy, what scares me the most? My mommy, says Bint, remembering that as his mom is the one saving him. I'm sorry I said you were scary. She said, I don't mind being scary. Your fierce mommy lives to protect you. It must be nice having parents like these, says one of the little girls. Oh, it's the librarian, Angie. It's, I guess, her mom, or maybe she doesn't have a mom and they're adopted. Angie says, don't worry, I'm here for you. And she says, you're not my mom. As Angie then runs up Joanna and grabs her, she cries, Miss Angie, as they all begin to fall off the cliff. The final one looks to be Rhodes' brother. Stay away from my school. It's embarrassing enough having a total nerd like you for my brother. I can be more discreet so they won't notice me, says Rhodes. Divine punishment, huh? Says his little brother, thinking. Bjorn Tasso, as he's running up, and he grabs him as he's going to fall off. He says, "I'm fine. It doesn't hurt," as he goes to hold him. He shouts, "Brother," as they all plummet down. Summers begins to laugh. Ha ha ha. Look at them. Those worthless scraps are tumbling into the abyss. My heart is quivering. What a touching story. If you just let them fall, you'd only be down 10 brats. Those parents are stupid. Their love made them choose to die with their kids. I have butterflies in my stomach. What beautiful, meaningless deaths. Dude, this guy is such a scumbag, guys. I can't stand Summers. If every single one of the Gods Knights is like this guy, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see the Gods Knights. We don't need to deal with them. We need to finish them very quickly. We can let the revolutionaries have them. It continues. We just get a bunch of thuds hitting the ground, and they go, "What? Colin, where are we?" Says Ripley. "I don't know, Mom, but we're all safe." "Huh? I call that one Gum Gum Rice Cracker Belly." Sorry, Gum Gum Rice Cracker Belly. "Anyways, you're kind of digging into me, so get off." "Huh? Luffy?" So that's Luffy in Gear 5, literally sprawled out into a big mat to catch them all. And then we just see a giant, it looks like there is a giant dragon or something that they're on. I'm starting to think that this is Loki's Devil Fruit. Alright, guys, this could be crazy. So they landed on what looks to be Luffy inflated, kind of like a big, literally kind of like a big balloon, like what they would, we would actually use in the real world to like help people who are jumping out of buildings. They kind of have like an inflated balloon kind of trampoline down there to catch them. That's kind of what Luffy turned himself into to catch everybody. He catches them. He says they're digging into him and to get off. And then we just hear, "What? Luffy?" And then we cut to some eyeball of, I guess, this big giant thing they're on. And he's saying, "Hey, you, as soon as we land, I want you to hop off my back. You hear? I don't want you meddling in my fight." Did he say my back? I think those are the giants saying that. Then Luffy responds, "You guys just came falling down on us out of nowhere. Good thing we were passing by." He then says, "I didn't sign off on this. I'm the Great Destroyer. I'm not responsible for anybody's safety. Now let's move." Now, I'm betting this is Loki, guys, and I'm not going to lie to you. That's very much Loki saving them on purpose. He is far too nice, and he's acting as if he's evil. And what I think we're going to get here is we're actually going to get a second, something like a Sun God fruit, or something that mimics the Sun God in some way. I'm guessing a dragon that is somehow related to the Nika lore, because Luffy is probably going to be the good Sun God we've heard about, or the good Nika, who is a bringer of happiness and freer of slaves, right? Bringer of freedom. And then I'm guessing Loki's going to be the bad destroyer version of Sun God Nika, the one who brings destruction to everything around him. That's what I'm getting based off of this, the wording. It continues. He says, "Now let's move." "Is it snowing? That's so sudden," says Summers. "Wait, was that thunder?" he then says, as we just see, it looks like clouds appear over top of like the whole branch. The lightning starts shooting down around some of the different monsters. "What? The tree is shifting." Yeah, the tree literally looks like it's starting to move. I'm guessing this is this is Dondo Toto. This is Luffy's Gear 5 coming up. He's affecting the world around him. We then cut to Jarl and his giants protecting him. "What is that beat? All of Elbaf is shaking." Jarl then says, "On a curious day, when thunder and snow both flurry, a giant beast shall appear to blot out the skies. The drums of liberation will boom out." So this is another old piece of lore from Elbaf history. On a curious day when both thunder and snow both flurry. And that's exactly what we're seeing. I wonder where that part of it comes from. We then see Summers going, "What?" and Gunko also at the same time looking over. As right then, oh my Jesus! The last panel of the chapters, guys, is Luffy and Loki's hammer riding on top of, this is definitely Loki, in his devil fruit form, which just appears to be some black dragon. I have no idea what this devil fruit is going to be called, but it is absolutely gnarly. If we thought Kaido had the coolest dragon fruit, there ain't no way. He then continues, so it goes, "A giant beast shall appear and blot out the skies, the drum of liberation will boom out, and the Sun God will rise," as we see Luffy coming up on top of Loki in his dragon form with the squirrel hammer, laughing. "Look how big you got. This is gonna be funny," says Luffy. as they bust out of the ground. I mean, dude, he is absolutely humongous, guys. Like, he makes the other giants and all the monsters look small. He is huge. I can't wait to officially find out what this devil fruit is called. We then get narration. The hour of Elbaf's liberation has come. One Piece chapter 1173 and break next week. So I'll definitely put out something in this next week, and probably involving my theory as to what the heck this devil fruit is. I can tell you, though, I do agree now with what Jarl and I don't remember who else said that if Harald escaped after being Dami reversied with this fruit, he would have totally, he had every chance of destroying the world and taking out maybe everybody but, like, Eamon them, if they're immortal or whatever it is. Because, oh my goodness, dude. He's humongous. Like, this thing is absolutely huge, and it looks unbelievably devastating. Really awesome. I can't wait to find out what exactly he is and what his powers, what the scope of his powers are. Because I imagine he's going to have, this is going to be a mythical zone, for sure. So, a mythical zone has its zone form, and it has powers that come along with it. I want to see what powers come with this dragon. Because I'm assuming it's not just generic fire or anything like that. It's going to be some crazy, maybe elemental abilities or some hacks power, potentially. His eyes, though, are really cool. They're like white wisps, almost like flamey wisps. He's really awesome. I'm telling you, he might be the new coolest zone devil fruit in the game, like in the world. Like this is awesome. But I am gonna call it about right there. Like I said, I will go ahead and I'll make sure I get out another video on this going forward. And once this video does end, I'm going to have an end screen that comes up, so I do hope you guys enjoy that. If you guys made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave a like, comment down below, maybe go ahead and say whatever you think his devil fruit is. Because Loki's certainly transformed into something, and I can't tell you by looking at it exactly what this is. I'm not well-versed on, like, Norse mythology, which is where a lot of Elbaf's, like, their lore seems to come from. I'm not very well-versed, so I've got no clue what this thing is. It's really crazy. So if you guys know, comment right down below. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you're able to catch the next video as it comes up. And with that, I'm going to go and bid you guys farewell. I hope you guys have had a good week. Hope you guys have a good week to come. Go out, spend some time with somebody you care about. And I just hope you guys have a good one. Let's air that ending video. Later.